Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Let me first introduce myself and what we are trying to do by recording these videos. I'm Varun. I belong to the north part of the country in India. और मैं 2015 में फर्स्ट टाइम अब्रॉड आया था. इट वाज लंदन. 2015 से लेके 2023 right now. So almost 8 years in abroad in different countries like UK, Sweden, and currently in Spain. So the idea is there are so many discussions which we do on different topics, right? And there are people who are thinking to come to abroad. They have different questions like should we come or not, what is the benefit, versus disadvantages. So me and my wife discussed, and we agreed that okay, I will also contribute in her channel for both our growth as well as solving some questions for our viewers, right? So today's topic is the daily life of an NRI, right? What is the daily routines and how it change when you move from India to abroad. So that is the topic about today. We'll have similar good topics to discuss in the future videos as well. Just note that while we discuss these topics, these are quite sensitive. So please do not consider it as a for or against. Obviously, I will not be very neutral because since it is my experience, my raw thoughts. So I will have strong opinions both in and both for and against. So please bear with me. It's up to you whether you follow these suggestions or not, or whether you agree with me or not. But definitely these are my opinions based on my real experiences, right? And it can differ from people to people. So just wanted to highlight on that front. So talking about the daily routine, uh, when we wake up in the morning, so it depends upon whether you're a bachelor or a family person. So since I'm a family person with two beautiful kids, I'll be talking mostly about the family, right? But we'll cover the bachelor side as well. So morning routine is like we wake up in the morning, straight away. If both of us are working, the life is more busy. In case one of us is working, and then it's a bit easy that the work can be divided, the household work can be divided, since the other person doesn't have to go to office. But all in all, the morning routine starts with cleaning and preparing breakfast, both for office and the kids if they're going to school. uh, so here the key difference between India and abroad is there is no concept of house help or housemaid. So you have to do all your work by yourself. आपको अपना काम खुद करना है. Whether it is doing dishes, doing cleaning, preparing your breakfast, everything has to be done by yourself. uh, Having said that, that means that we people abroad rely heavily on the machines. Nowadays even India also, things like um, washing machine and vacuum cleaner and all those things are quite common. But still in India, I would be very surprised if any house doesn't has a housemaid who comes in the morning and clean and do all the ready stuff. Even breakfast for working couples, they have uh, people who come and quick cook for them, so they are just focusing on their work. So that's the major difference in the morning routine, so between India and abroad, all by yourself. So by 7:30 to 8 o'clock you have to be ready by for your going to the office and school. Now, coming back to the school, we'll talk about it maybe later in some detailed videos. But here, the major difference is uh, the schools are mostly public schools, and also there is no concept of school buses, except in very few private scenarios where buses will come. So that means that you need to drop off your kids to the school, so that's an additional work on you or your wife, unlike in India, where you just have to make them ready in the home, and just stand at the front of your gate, so the school bus comes and takes your kid out to the school. So you need to drop off the kids at the school, then you come back, and either you right now we are all working from home, so it's a bit easier. But during the days when I was not working from home, we had to go to office. Now, coming back to the office timings, there is a big difference between the timings what we have in India and what is there in Europe. Obviously, in India also there are certain work areas, and I'll be focusing on IT, because IT is where I bring my expertise. So in case of India, except some projects where you have the shift timings, in general, we don't even start before 10. Okay, so the 10 is the timeline. 10 to 11 is what I used to follow. Even today, Indian colleagues, my friends, they do not think that they will be starting working 8 o'clock, but that's not the case abroad, right? In Europe, where I worked several years, the work timing starts sharp at 8 o'clock. I know that there were colleagues in my previous country, in Nordics, Sweden, where they will start their day 7:30 or so. So that's the major difference in the office timing. So when you start your work in India, you normally start at 10 or 11, and here 7:30 to 8. Right. So now, coming back to the office routine, or the day routine during the day. I remember there was a very big difference when I moved from India to abroad, and doing the work here. One of the key factors is, like, there is no concept of major breaks, tea breaks, chai sutta breaks, what we take in India. So I remember every 1 hour or 2 hours, someone will come and say, hey, let's go for a short break, and that break will be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes for a cigarette, or a tea break. So just a caveat, I don't smoke cigarettes. It's just for the other colleagues who do. So that frequent breaks of 15 minutes, 20 minutes every time, it takes close to 1.5 or 2 hours you need to spend in the office. But that's how we normally do in India, right? As compared to that Indian break systems during the office hours in Europe, there is no such concept. What you do is, you hardly go for a coffee, and take the coffee back to your desk, and just continue working. So that's pretty much one aspect which is different between the working culture of India and some of the abroad countries. uh, I don't know what is good or bad, but yeah, definitely you save some time, if you don't go for so many breaks. So that's one of the differences, what I observed. Now, coming back to the lunch, even lunch, although we have a 1 hour slot for lunch, but normally we finish in 30 minutes, and start with our work. Unlike in India, it's like you go for a lunch, and it's close, it's no more less than 1 hour. So you go for a lunch, and then after lunch you go for a walk, and then you come to office and then continue for the walk. So that's the major difference. So now, coming to the evening, when the office closes, this is where the big difference comes. uh, so in Europe or abroad, there is a strong focus on your personal time, or family time, right? So that is the reason people want to finish up their work as soon as possible, so that they can go and spend time with their family, with their kids, right? So that's the biggest motivation which people think about working lifestyle in the abroad, right? Now it is up to us, right? So if you would have listened carefully, what I explained the reason why people manage to shut down their days by 4:30 or 5 in abroad, while in India they slog till 9 or 10 o'clock. So it's not like it happens every day or every field in India. It's like it's you and me who has made this culture, right? So we we have to think like, if we are taking 2 hours break or 3 hours break during the day, particularly in IT. I'll just talk about IT. We cannot finish your work before 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So that's a major difference. uh, but it's not relevant in all the cases. People are, as people become aware that they need to give priority to their health, or to their family life, they start managing their life in India during the proper timelines as well. So but these were the examples which I followed personally during my working days. So that's the difference I just wanted to make you aware. So now, coming back to the evening schedule, in abroad, similar to the morning routine, when you come back home around 4:30 to 5, you need to first pick up your kids from school. Sometimes you also need to pick them up early. Depends upon the school timings, but all in all, it's all by yourself. So you always need to think like, I need to pick up my kids, while in India, it's like the school bus who drops the kids to the home at the door. So that's the convenience we have in India. Okay, so once you reach home, again, you need to think about stuff like, if you have enrolled your kids into any sports, or any other extracurricular activities, you need to take them after having their snacks. And then when you're back, you need to prepare for your dinner, and other some studies, if you want to have for your kids, and go to bed early by 9, or 9 o'clock, because you woke up early, so you need to go to bed early. So unlike this in India, it depends upon on the time you reach. I used to reach around 8 to 9 o'clock, or sometimes it was even 9:30 to 10, depending upon the traffic and the work. So in that case, you don't have much time left for yourself or your family. So the only thing is that you don't need to worry about preparing dinner, or preparing food. Your food is already prepared by the maid, or if your wife is not working, she also can help you out. Or so that is the difference. Once you reach home, obviously you will like to spend some time for relaxation, and you can watch some TV or whatever you want to do, and you go to bed late in the night. So if you see the soul cycle, right, it's late sleeping, and then you cannot wake up early in the morning. So and obviously it's not common for all the cases. Again repeat, it depends upon individual to individual, situation to situation. But this is what is a generic scene which I've seen during my the years in India. So yeah, all in all, the difference between daily routine in abroad and India, it's like, as I've talked about it in detail, it's like You get more convenience in India because you have all kinds of support systems while you are, on your own in abroad. So that's the one thing. In abroad you get, more time to spend with yourself, because the things are, the society cares, even the organization cares for your for personal life, and every citizen, is also conscious of their own personal time. So that's not so relevant in Indian way of working. That's what I've seen over the years. Okay, now the only thing which is left out is the weekend. So weekend for IT professionals, I think it is the lifeline. So we all eagerly wait for the weekend to come, whether it is irrespective of where we work, whether it's India or abroad. The only difference is that mostly in India, we can be, go out for, lunch or dinner, or spend some time outside in the malls. Also, watching movies in the complexes and all those things. So that's how we try to stay outside and, enjoy as much as possible. uh, because you have all sorts of amenities. Slightly different in abroad, because you cannot go and out and, see cinemas or movies every weekend. It's quite costly, and people, try to avoid this. They do it, but not so often. uh, so what how do you spend your weekend? The weekend is spent mostly, with our near and dear ones, close ones. So it's a very common technique that, sometimes I call my, friends for a dinner at my place, and we just talk about it and, get refreshed. And the other weekend, we'll go to their home. So that's one part of spending your weekend. The other part is like you go outside, and also you need to make sure that, the groceries and everything, again, that is to be done by yourself. There is a possibility of online ordering here as well, but it's not so common as compared to India, where, you order everything online, and, everything is at your doorstep. Because for Indians, we have, specific needs, specific things which we get at the specific shops, right? Indian shops, and that those are not so common. So we need to go and, pick up those items and get prepared for the next week to come. So that's pretty much the difference in a daily life, when we are working in India as compared to abroad. So as you can see, there are, some pros and cons, and it's a balance. At the end of the day, it's a balance. But yeah, indeed, there is a significant difference when you move and try to, spend time working in any other country from India. So hope you would have got some, thoughts or ideas. Please do comment, or, ask any questions. If I can answer, I will be happy to answer that. Also, we'll make some more videos on specific topics. This was a generic topic of, a day in a life, what we do. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your time. Please do subscribe, like, and share if you are more such content. So yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.